Heathlands at home, and we hope you've had a very Merry Christmas and looking forward to a Happy New Year. So today I'm recording a video for you for a lovely simple biscuit recipe, and they're spiced winter biscuits. Now these biscuits are really cool because they're not like ginger nuts or something like that, or a cookie where the dough flows out. So what you can do is you can use a rolling pin that's got patterns on it to emboss your biscuits, or you can use some fancy cookie cutters. I've got a reindeer here. I've also got a snowflake, it's a bit difficult to see, and a little Christmas tree as well. So our ingredients are butter, plain flour, caster sugar, some cinnamon and ginger, a little bit of vanilla and an egg. To make this recipe you're going to need a hand whisk or a mixer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean down and then we'll make a start. So I've just moved over to another portion of our workbenches because I need to be near a plug socket. So as you can see, I've got my electric hand whisk out. So into our bowl we're going to put all of our sugar, 200 grams, and I'm going to put all of our butter. Now I've had this out the fridge for a little while so it's softened. So this should whisk up really easily. And all we're going to do is we're going to cream this together, and I'll make a start and show you what we're doing, and then I'll come back at the next step. So hopefully you can see that my butter and sugar has started to cream together, but it's still quite yellow. And what we want to do is we want to continue to whisk our butter and sugar until it pales down and it goes really kind of light and fluffy. So this needs a bit more work, so I'm going to carry on. Okay, so we're back and hopefully you can see that this is now lovely and smooth and light and fluffy, and that caster sugar is really well combined into our butter. So what we're going to do now is put a medium egg in and a teaspoon of vanilla extract. So the whole egg goes in. And a teaspoon of vanilla. Now I'm going to use the half teaspoon because I want to use the teaspoon measurer for the spices we're going to put in as well. So 1, 2. I'm just going to start mixing that by hand. Hopefully you can see that because I don't want it to fly everywhere when I use the whisk. So scrape this off on the side and then we'll get the whisk in to do the rest of the work. And if you need to use your fingers, do try to remember not to lick them. There is raw egg here, even though it seemed very tempting. Okay, we're just going to finish combining this and then we're going to put our flour in. Okay, so into our mixture we're going to put 200 grams of flour, so that's the same flour to butter and sugar, 200 grams. And we're also going to put a teaspoon of cinnamon. And a teaspoon of ginger. I'll just hold that up for you to see. Hopefully the light's a bit bright. There we go. So that's all going to get sifted in. There we go. And then this gets all folded together. Now, the recipe says that if your biscuit mix is a bit dry, what you can do to bring it together is to add a few drops of water at a time. So we want to make a nice, smooth dough. So I'll get on mixing this, and I'll come back when it's all put together. Hey guys, so this is our finished dough. This was so soft when I mixed it up that I actually turned it out onto a bench with loads of flour to kind of bring it into a ball of dough. Now I hope you can see how soft this is. What we're going to do is we're going to rest this in a fridge for about half an hour, and then it will be ready to roll out. Hi, Heathlands at home. So I'm back, and our lovely biscuit dough has been in the fridge for about half an hour, and we are ready to roll this out. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my palette knife and I'm going to split this up so we're not rolling it all out at once. This just makes it a little bit more manageable for us to work with. So we want to make sure that we've got a nice dusting of flour on our dough and our surface, and importantly our rolling pin. And we're going to roll this out to about 1 centimetre in thickness. So I'm going to keep turning, and this is a soft dough, remember, so you don't want to press down too hard. So hope you just saw that there. My rolling pin stuck a tiny bit. So just going to make sure that I can lift this easily, because what we don't want is for our biscuits to stick on the surface. So that's our dough rolled out. Now, as I say, I want to try and use this lovely snowflake rolling pin. So I'm just going to very gently, after I've dusted it, roll this over and hopefully we'll get some beautiful snowflakes. Now, I don't know if you can see that, but I have got some lovely snowflakes embossed on my biscuits. So if I cut one out, hopefully I can show you what they look like. Just going to take a palette knife and try and lift this up for you. Oh, can we get this to focus? There we go. So that is our lovely winter spiced biscuits with an embossed snowflake on. So I'm going to continue cutting these out, and I'll do a few of the shapes as well. And once they're all done, what we need to do is put them back in the fridge to chill again for 30 minutes. See you soon. So we're back, guys, and I've checked on the biscuits, and unfortunately we're going to have to chalk this up to lesson because the biscuits have flowed slightly, which I didn't want them to do. If I get these out, and have a feel. Yeah. So these were supposed to stay nice and in shape of the cookie cutters. They are still slightly soft, but they're supposed to harden up as they cool off. This should still taste fantastic, but I'm going to try and find another recipe for later in the year for us to try again. I hope you enjoyed tasting the biscuits, even if they have flowed slightly, and we will see you again in the new year. Bye guys, Merry Christmas.